and welcome to a new game of, well, a very old game that's been played through a million times by loads of other people, but maybe you'll find something special in me playing it. This playthrough is aimed at relaxing and also destroying zombies, which always sends me to sleep. So we have a newcomer on the scene. This little fellow over here. This is little baby sausage. There he is. And he will be making sure that we are kept safe and sound throughout this playthrough. So let's begin. I have completed this game on easy a few times, and I'll do it on normal now for a bit more of a challenge, and that way the experience will be newer for both of us. So let's get fired in and relax and enjoy the cutscene. Alright?
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation into the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Finally here.
That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you. You okay?
Still in one piece.
Hey! That maniac's gonna ram us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Well, that was cool. I personally think that's one of the more interesting beginnings to a video game. Good classic survival horror feel. Pardon. So we are Claire Redfield and we have to make our way to the police station. Somehow the desire to burp and swallow is through the roof. In this game, you're just shoved right into the madness with a handgun and a knife. And a shit ton of zombies. I will try and expertly avoid, dance around them, and make our way to safety into the Kendall gun store.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
He referred to us as babe and darling. This game is 20 odd years old, before the revolution of society. And as we can see, there's an angry mob coming to sort him out with all his prejudices. So he's done for. I don't know if you can pick up his bolt arrow thing. I'm not going to try and find out. I'm going to press onwards. Here we will have our first engagement with zombies. I'm going to pop many caps inside of them. Mainly because I kind of have to. But also, it's just really nice. Really fun to do. I love the graphics for this game. People might think they are terrible graphics. I personally find the grittiness and kind of harsh nature of them adds to the kind of gore. I like it. It's very, choppy and gritty, and I think that adds well to the survival horror nature. We're playing Claire Redfield. You may also play as Leon Kennedy, who is the police officer from the start cutscene. And both of them kind of play alongside each other. Things that you do with one character can affect what happens with the other character, which is quite a nice touch. I could have just stood there and tried to stab them all day, but I want to press on forward and get into some puzzle solving action. Zombies everywhere. This game does not start lightly. I remember playing the demo for this game when I was, 10 or 11 years old. Oh, I got and I kicked her goddamn head off. That was metal, as they might say. Nice. And yeah, it was quite shocking. I mean, Resident Evil goes a long way back, and I remember being genuinely scared at Resident Evil 1. I wasn't allowed to watch the game be played, as it was rated 18, and the gore, as it was good for its time. Shooting things in the head and blood coming off, and the idea of zombies and all that good stuff. It was quite scary when you were that young, and so it will always have a place in my heart. Yeah, more cutscenes.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
He has locked us out, I assume, for our safety. A very nice man. So yeah, I love the Resident Evil games. I've played them mainly up to Code Veronica. And that's kind of where I stopped. After that, it just didn't feel like Resident Evil to me. So, but 2 and 3 are my favourites. I'm doing my best to avoid zombies here. Because I don't know how much I'll have to conserve ammo. We'll see. Hopefully I can come back and kill them all at a later date. It's not as satisfying having to worry about oh shit. The madness has started already. I'd kind of like to not die. No. That was terrible. Oh, okay. Not too bad. I am by no means an expert. So that will have to do for now. Really trying to embrace the survival horror aspect. If I'm just running around blasting everything's head off, may not be as gripping, won't be as many genuine reactions. So I will read these for Yav. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. The safe with 4-digit lock has been moved from the STARS office on the 2nd floor to the Eastern office on the 1st floor, 2236. And because I'm a big cheat, a big stinky cheat, face make poo pants, I had memorized the number and got the map like 10 seconds earlier, which is terrible. I'm sorry. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Here we have a man whose head is missing and it appears to have been twisted off. Spooky. Yeah. Lickers. One of the most terrifying Resident Evil 3 creatures, Resident Evil 2 in general creatures. I think, they've got brains out, they have razor sharp tongues that can disembowel and lacerate. Oh, Alright, I'm trying to conserve my ammo, so let's be Fly. Let's be Fly here. Can he? Nice. No. No. Do I need to go into... I could go in there. There's a room down below. But I can go in on the way back. Let's not put ourselves in too much jeopardy. Let's solve this very simple puzzle. I actually don't think there's a lot of puzzles in this Resident Evil. Maybe it's more collecting items and stuff, but Resident Evil 3, if you had the grace and fortune of watching me play that, there was a couple of puzzles in there. Shit. Couple that got me good, and I had a wee bit of trouble solving them. I knew how to solve them, but the anxiety and the pressure of performing for an audience, that really took me back, set me back. So here we have a blood red jewel about the size of a fist. And that becomes known as the Virgin Heart. Who knows what that'll be for? Do you experience stress and anxiety? You probably do, because we all do. In buckets and spades worth these days. So it's good to play a game like Resident Evil and remind yourself that there could be flesh-eating creatures out to get you in the night. Here we have Chris Redfield's diary, Chris being Claire's brother. August 8th. I talked to the chief today once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion. Now you get to see me stutter live on camera, which increasingly spurs anxiety, but I'm hoping for a more immersive and engaging experience. And if anything, this will teach me to enunciate and talk properly, and get over the shame and embarrassment of getting things wrong. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with any incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. It looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. August 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G virus, a variation of the original T virus. Haven't they already done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip, because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. So Barry and Chris and Jill are from Resident Evil 1. don't think I'll play that one. It's not my favourite. It's more empty and it's kind of more creepy in a way. I think Resident Evil 2 and 3 have the best balance between kind of ominous silence and kind of action with zombies. One's very sparse, which is a great feeling to play, but it's not my favourite, but it is a great game. Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. Mr. Chris Redfield, Raccoon City Police Department, Stars Division. As per your request, we have conducted our internal investigation and discovered the following information. 1. Regarding the G-Virus currently under development by Umbrella Inc. So far it is unconfirmed that the G-Virus even exists. We're continuing with our investigation. 2. Regarding Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. Mr. Irons has allegedly received a large sum of funds and bribes from Umbrella Incorporation over the last 5 years. He was apparently involved in the cover-up of the Mansion Lab case along with several other incidents in which Umbrella appears to have direct involvement. Mr. Irons had been arrested under suspicion of rape on 2 separate counts during his years as a university student. He underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of the charges but was released due to circumstantial evidence as well as his phenomenal academic standing. As such, extreme caution is advised when dealing with him. That's from the wonderful Jack Hamilton. It's an odd thing, but speaking softly takes more breath than speaking normally, and so I find I have to breathe a lot more when speaking softly. So apologies for the heavy breathing sounds, unless that's your thing, in which case I shall not judge you. Everyone should have their thing. Nothing to be ashamed about, as long as it's not deadly or vicious or harmful to anyone. But I mean, enjoying the sound of a man breathing in between sentences, that seems perfectly innocent to me, as long as they're not breaths of desperation between gasps of strangulation, in which case you should probably go and do a number. Can I squeeze? I may have to kill these guys. I probably should kill these guys, because I figure I'll be through this corridor quite oft. Okay. Maybe better to do it from the other side though. No, fuck it. Jeez Louise. Oh, do you know what? That's twice that I've just blasted off a woman zombie's head. The men haven't lunged for me yet, but the women, they seem vicious, tenacious, and are pulling no punches. Lunged at me. Combine these, and I'll take them around with me. I was supposed to put this medal into the fountain, but I'm so distracted due to being on this that I forgot. Alright, let's read some more things. Enjoy the breathing. Operation report, September 28th. Early morning, 2:30 AM. Zombies overran the operation room and another battle broke out. We lost 4 more people, including David. Fucking David, man. We're down to 4 people, including myself. We failed to secure the weapons cache and hope for our survival. Right. Continues to diminish. We won't last much longer. We agreed upon a plan to escape through the sewer. There's a path leading from the precinct underground to the sewage disposal plant. We should be able to access the sewers through there. The only drawback is that there is no guarantee the sewage disposal plant is free of any possible dangers. We know our chances in the sewers are slim, but anything is better than simply waiting here to die. In order to buy more time, we locked the only door leading to the underground, which is located in the eastern office. We left the key behind in the western office, since it's unlikely that any of those creatures have the intelligence to find it and unlock the door. I pray that this operation report will be helpful to whoever may find it. Elliot Edward. Alright. I'll take that into consideration. I'm going to move my leg underneath me, so if there's any crazy loud noises, that's what it is. Suave. That was a suave move. Effortless. Much more comfy now. I'll probably move a couple of times as I just move a lot in my sleep when I'm sitting down. Constantly have to readjust. Are you all ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Nice. Demos be zombies. Very creepy. Oh. Nice. That is a nice touch. When you're not expecting that, that gives you some burn pants. Oh. We're back in the room for liquor. I'm going to deal with this like a professional. Easy peasy. He did. It's dead. No idea if it even has a sex. Okay. Let's go get ourselves a key. So here we have the key in the shape of a spade. The keys in this game for the police station are based around a deck of cards and the suits within it. So this key is blue, and that means it will open any blue doors in the police station. And there are some blue doors. Yon hither. That there way be blue doors. So let's continue on. I'd like to take this minute, kind of in line with the direction of my idea when making this channel, which was for people to chill out, lie back, relax, and listen to a person they might know. There is someone out there who knows me, who watches this, and I'm just going to take a minute to say hello to you. You know who you are, and if you don't know who you are, that's very worrying. I will not. An avid supporter of this channel. So I hope you're resting well in bed and having a lovely time of it. And I've got a crank. Okie doke. So yeah, I was talking about stress and anxiety earlier. Not that you need to know, but I made a wee guy on a stick. Kind of, it looks like it's like this. So he's like just like a wee dude. Just like a wee dude. See him? I mean, he's not had an easy life, but he fell and he smashed into his constituent parts. And I just feel like I had to show you this poor fella. It was really sudden and instant, tragic really, and that's life. Sometimes life is sudden and tragic and instant. There ain't much we can do about that. You gotta just resign yourself to the universe, as they say. Just take a step back from the world and realise that not everything is in our control. And when you think about it, life wouldn't really be worth living if it was.
Claire, you made it.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Alright, so we've met back up with Leon, and there is a young girl wandering around on her own, and she has escaped through here. Because she's teeny, she's a wee teeny toty thing. I ate some dinner before recording this, so the wonderful mashed potatoes that I had are saying hello. Very, very kind mashed potatoes. Very mannerly. But at the same time very rude, because this isn't really the time to be interrupting. So really, if you're watching this, you might have no idea what's going on. I'm so sorry that hurt your ears. I'm so sorry that hurt your ears. I will not. Your poor little ears. They go through so much in a day, and the last thing they need is some asshole like me giving them shit. Entirely unnecessary. Yeah, I guess there's no rhyme or reason to any of this game. Let's end up there. Like, just kind of random puzzles. We're trying to escape, but for some reason, there's all these mad puzzles and obstacles that we have to solve, which is completely out of touch with reality. But that's not why we play games. We play games to escape the sordid nature of reality. Oh, there's another liquor. I am going to dissolve its face with these acid grenade rounds. Here it comes, oh lord. Yeah. Okay, so we have a grenade launcher, by the way. I've not really been talking about things in the game, obviously. The grenade launcher is very good. And as your best friend against the bigger enemies, like that dude. And acid rounds destroy living tissue or undead tissue very well. So that's the ammunition of choice against those guys. So I hope you've been having a nice day, and that there were wonderful things to look back on. It's always nice if there's at least one thing you can look back on and think, yeah, that was cool. Maybe there's still time for you to do something that is cool. I don't know. Maybe you should pause this video and go and do something incredibly cool. Take a minute out to rock the Casbah a little bit and try do the crab. You know, when you're on your back and you kind of put your arms behind you. Give that a bash. Maybe you'll surprise yourself. Or maybe the answer will be apparent, that it's something that you cannot do, and you just kind of reaffirm that. But you won't know until you try it. And that would be very, I mean, think how cool that would be. To do the crab, that's like, it's a childhood dream. I remember as a much younger fellow that I could do the crab. A long time ago, from a standing position, which was cool. It was cool. I want to go back and get the other gem before going this way. Yeah. I'll come back here. I'm going to do a round trip. I don't know if this is an optimised thing to do, but I'm going to give it a bash. Get a gem, the other gem. Maybe that'll cut some time I kind of know the order of the game, but I keep forgetting. I heard a noise in real life, in the real world, like a thud. Creeped me out. I'd kind of like to play this maybe a bit darker, though I think with the webcam it would make my face look very strange, but even then maybe that would be cool, like you know, that kind of campfire ghost story look, where the light's kind of hitting you from above, makes your face go all weird. Yes, and I don't know if I know any good campfire ghost stories. There was one I used to know. Obviously you get the classic, the call. Is that grenade rounds? No. The call is coming from within the house. The call is coming from within the house. Classic. Classic. I mean, that's outdated now, but the first time you hear that sticks with you forever. I mean, it loses its appeal very fast, but the first time you hear that, you know, the idea that there's like someone phoning you and saying all these fucked up things. Maybe it's a murderer or a ghost, you know, something like that. Someone's calling you and they're like, oh, I'm going to blah 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 this or diddle that or chop this off or put this in here, or all three of those things at once. And you phone the police and they trace the call. They trace the call and they say, you know, Mr. Taylor, is there anyone else in the house? And you say, no, don't think so. Don't think there's anyone else in the house. Mr. Taylor, we need you to leave the house immediately. And you're like, what? What do you mean? Why would I leave that? What do you mean? The call's coming. Mr. Taylor, the call's coming from inside the house. The killer's in the house. You gotta get out, man. You gotta get out the house. The killer's in the goddamn house, man. Holy shit, son. Get the fuck out of there. The goddamn killer's in the goddamn house. And then you get stabbed. The person comes up and stabs you. Because they were like behind you. Obviously the camera wouldn't show that, but they stab you. There's nothing you can do. You're fucked. Classic, man. Classic. Let's read this. Secretary's Diary A. April 6th. I accidentally moved one of the stone statues on the second floor when I leaned against it. When the chief found out about it, he was furious. I swear the guy nearly bit my head off, screaming at me never to touch the statue again. If it's so important, then maybe he shouldn't have put it out in the open like that. I heard that all the art pieces from the chief's collection are rare items, literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know which is the bigger mystery, where he finds those tacky things, or where he's getting the money to pay for them. And this is a month later. I wasn't surprised to see the chief come in today with yet another large picture frame in his hands. This time it was a really disturbing painting depicting a nude person being hanged. I was appalled by the expression on the chief's face as he leered at that painting. Why anyone would consider something like that to be a work of art is beyond my comprehension. So obviously I'm solving these puzzles like a champion. Not puzzles, but I know what to do. These would all be clues. And as to what to do. Bring, bring. Hello? I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm gonna kill you. What? I'm gonna kill you, man. I know where you live. And you hang up the phone. Oh! He's inside the house. He's inside your house. He's inside your brain. He's inside your goddamn mind. You don't live in a house. You're out in a field somewhere, tripping on acid, eating your fingers. That's a bad day. That's more terrifying than actually having the killer inside the house, having the killer inside your brain. There's no escaping that. I've got no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just babbling. I'm going to move my leg again, so prepare thyself. It's good, wasn't it? Okay, so we saw a crashed helicopter. I didn't even take it out. Sorry. So we're taking that valve. I'm going to show you this part. This is quite a cool part. This door, where does it lead? Let's find out. Very cool. It doesn't lead anywhere. It's just zombies. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog around these guys. The ladies in this game are giving me the hardest time. I don't think any of the men's have even got a chew on. All three ladies have managed to get a wee bit of a nosh. Success. I will take those, yes please. Oh, there was another kind of ghost story we used to tell when we were younger. Something about an old lady and a ring or a finger, and she wanted it back. I've got no idea. Something like found a ring, or the woman was giving you out candy. I've got no idea. Essentially, you went to the woman's door and she was like screaming at you for the ring. I can't remember actually. Maybe this has made no sense. If you have any idea what I am talking about, I mean, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know. I don't think you will though. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Didn't really do a lot of ghost stories growing up. There was one TV show that I loved when I was a lot younger called, oh dear, called Are You Afraid of the Dark? Great show for being a young child, and just kind of like tales of little horror stories and stuff. And I quite liked it. Some of the tales have stuck with me. There was I think it was one where the kind of villain guy was like, he had like a scar lead in his kind of top of his spine, almost like kind of the Matrix, where you get plugged in and he could go through computers and things like that. Can't remember how it ended, but just that image kind of sticks with me. I've not explained it well, but it's one of those images that makes sense in your brain. Like, it's more of a feeling that you see. It's more of a feeling that you can see in your brain. But it's like undescribable in words, but you know what you mean. I think there was another one where there was these kind of buns or cakes, and they were filled with spiders, but they kind of infected you when you ate them. And like the people had spiders crawling out their eyes and ears and stuff like that, just occasionally. That was a bit creepy. But there was one guy who hadn't ate the cake. He hadn't ate it, but he was trying to pretend like he had ate it. And then his friend was basically like, "We'll go on, eat the cake then." And the guy kind of had to, can't remember what he'd done, but he might not have survived it. And these stories, sometimes everyone dies, or no one wins, which I feel is like an ending that is not utilised enough these days. Anyway, this has been almost an hour, so I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully this has been enjoyable to some sense. I watch these things for the person's commentary, usually, and because it's a game that I enjoy watching, and so I can kind of relax, follow the game in a way that I know or don't know sometimes, and just listen to the person's thoughts, and that kind of takes my brain off of the horrors of lying in bed at night with your own thoughts. And I'll tell you something, that's worse than any scary story. There ain't no ghost story that comes close to the fear of having to go to bed with no sound except the wonders that are locked up there in your brain. If there's anyone out there who can go to bed and close their eyes and not get horrible, terrifying thoughts about life and the goddamn universe, I want your secret. And well done. I'll try not to infect you with my paranoia. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a lovely little relaxed session and that you've enjoyed the gameplay. To kind of sum it up, we are Claire Redfield and we are trying to make our way to safety. We have learned that we must make our way from the police station into the sewers. Seems to be the only other viable option for our safety. we're kind of rendezvousing with Leon, and there was a young girl running around by herself. We also heard screams behind a helicopter wreck, so we must investigate that. And you know, there's some shady stuff going on. So next time we will carry on with our new key. We now have another key, which is in the shape of a diamond, and it will open pink doors, of which there are 2 that I can see. So I hope you join me again for the next installment of Resident Evil 2 in a soft-spoken way. And blessed be to your dreams and your sleep. And I hope you carry off nicely, thinking nothing but positive thoughts. And take care of yourself. Until next time. Alright, bye for now.